My beloved soul, stop. Before you take the next step, before you commit your heart to a direction, I need a moment of silence with you. A sacred, urgent moment. I see you, standing at this crossroads of your life. I sense the pressure that compresses you, the anxiety that weaves knots in your mind, the weight of having to make the right choice. You have analyzed, pondered, sought advice, and there is a path before you that seems the most logical, the safest, perhaps the one that promises the quickest relief for your current distress. It is the path that your reason applauds and that the world would likely approve. And it is exactly about this path that I need to speak to you. Hear me with your whole being, my child. Do not take it. What I am about to show you next could transform your life because this message is my loving hand, holding your arm before you take a step that, although it seems right, will lead you to a place far from the fullness I dreamed for you. I did not come to bring you fear, but to offer you my perspective, the view from the mountaintop, of one who sees not only the next curve, but the entire length of the road. That path that seems so straight and well-paved hides further ahead, swamps of compromise, deserts of purpose, and in the end, the dead end of an unsatisfied heart. I am not stopping you from choosing. I am alerting you, with the jealous love of a father who refuses to see his daughter settle for the good when he prepared the excellent for her. Your most important decision is not which path to take, but whom you will listen to make the decision. Before continuing the message, write this statement of faith in the comments. I choose your path, Lord. This is your first act of surrender, your declaration that my wisdom is your compass, above any other logic. Now, continuing the message, I invite you to take a deep breath, release the anxiety of choice, and allow my word to be the light that dispels your confusion and illuminates the true path of your peace. My precious soul, why is this path that seems so right, in truth, the wrong one for you? Because it is paved with the materials of this world, the logic of least effort, the rush for results, and the fear of difficulty. It is the path of self-reliance. It is the path that your own strength can tread, that your own mind can comprehend, and that is why it is so seductive. It gives you a false sense of control. But I called you to a life that is not based on your control, but on my sovereignty. A life that is not built on your strength, but on my grace. The path that seems easy is often a trap that keeps you tied to your current level of faith. It does not challenge you. It does not stretch you. It does not require you to depend on me. And without dependence, there is no depth. Without challenge, there is no growth. The relief it promises is like a painkiller that masks the pain of a deep infection. The relief is temporary, but the disease continues to progress in silence. Your current situation, this crossroads, is not a problem to be avoided. It is an invitation to a deeper level of closeness with me. It is my opportunity to show you my power in a way you have never seen. And the path I have for you, although it may seem narrower, steeper, and more uncertain at first, is the one that addresses the root. It is the one that will force you to develop new spiritual muscles. It is the one that will lead you to a complete cure, not a mere relief. You have been trying to choose the door that your key can open, and I am asking you to wait before the door that only my master key can unlock. Because what is behind my door is not just a solution. It is a new kingdom of possibilities. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments, I trust in the Lord. By doing this, you are declaring that you give up trusting only in your own strength and your own logic. It is your surrender to my power and my plan, which are always superior. If this message has touched your heart and you wish to support this mission, click Super Thanks and help spread words of light, encouragement, and inspiration to many lives. Continuing on, do not be saddened by having considered the wrong path. Your search for a solution is legitimate, but today I am offering you a better solution. A solution that not only resolves your present problem, but positions you for a future of victories you cannot even imagine. My blessed soul, and what is this path I have for you? How to recognize it? My path often goes against your logic and against the world's advice. My path may seem slower. It demands patience. It demands a process. While the world offers you an instant solution, I offer you a gradual transformation, because I am more interested in what you become in the process than in how quickly you reach the result. My path may seem riskier. It demands faith. It demands that you take a step without seeing all the ground ahead of you. It may ask you to forgive when your logic says to hold a grudge. It may ask you to sow when your reason says to withhold. It is a path that makes no sense to the mind, but that resonates with the peace in your spirit. My path, above all, is a path of relationship. The world's path encourages you to focus on the problem and the solution. My path invites you to focus on me, to spend more time in my presence than analyzing your problem, to seek my face and not just my hand, because in my presence you find the wisdom for the decision, the strength for the action, and the peace for the waiting. The solution to your dilemma is not in a strategy, but in a person. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do so now. Thus you receive more messages of light and inspiration directly to your heart. And before we proceed, let me guide you to something I have prepared to strengthen your faith even more. If you feel you need inner healing, spiritual reconnection, purpose, and prosperity aligned with my heart, there is a 31-day path waiting for you. Each day of this walk was created so I can speak to you more deeply and personally. If you wish to follow this path, the link is in the description and the first pinned comment. Now, let's continue the message. I, your God, am sending you a special sign. The sign you have been waiting for is in this verse, Proverbs 3:5-6, which says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." Write in the comments, "I receive this message and I am blessed," and send love and protection to the person you love, declaring that God is also making their path straight. If this message touched your heart, show your support with a super thanks and help spread this message of light. How do you know practically what my path is? My peace is your compass. Faced with your options, the one that brings you a deep, inexplicable peace, even if it seems the hardest, that is mine. The path that causes you anxiety, even if it seems the most logical, is not mine. Follow the peace, my child, and you will be following me, my beloved soul. For you to have the courage to reject the wide path and choose my narrow trail, you need to free yourself from two great anchors that bind you to the world's logic: fear and pride. Fear is the voice that tells you, what if you trust God and he does not appear? What if you wait and nothing happens? It is better to secure what is safe now. Fear wants you to trust what you can see, what you can touch, what you can control. And my path demands trust in the invisible. To conquer fear, you need to feed your faith. And faith is fed by memory. Recall all the times I have already been faithful in your life. All the deliverances, all the provisions. Your history is your arsenal against fear. Every past miracle is a stone for your sling against the giant of today's doubt. Pride is the other anchor. It is the subtle voice that tells you, you do not need help. You are strong. You can solve this alone. Pride hates dependence. It hates surrender. And my path is, in its essence, a path of surrender and dependence. It is the acknowledgement that your wisdom is limited, and mine is infinite. It is the humility of saying, Father, I do not know what to do. You show me. To conquer pride, you need the tool of forgiveness. You need to forgive yourself for not being perfect, for not having all the answers. You need to give yourself permission to be human and to need a savior. Your need is not your shame. It is your greatest glory, for it is the space where my power can be evident. Write in the comments a list of people, including yourself, whom you wish to forgive. Visualize each one, send them love, and say, I forgive you and release you. May peace be with you. Feel the lightness and freedom that forgiveness brings. Repeat this practice every day to strengthen your inner peace and release anxiety. By forgiving yourself for your attempts at self-reliance, you break the power of pride. You become like a child who holds the Father's hand without shame, knowing that this is her greatest security. Fear and pride are the guardians of the wrong path. Faith and humility are the gatekeepers of my path, and the choice between them is yours at every moment. My precious soul, your choice to follow me, to reject the wide path, is not a choice of loss, but of immeasurable gain. Your obedience today is sowing your harvest tomorrow, and the harvest will be glorious. By choosing my path, the first thing you will harvest is peace. Not a fragile peace, dependent on circumstances, but a deep peace, a serenity that becomes your inner fortress. While the world around you runs in panic, you will move with the calmness of one who knows that her king is on the throne and that he has everything under control. The second thing you will harvest is clear guidance. The confusion and indecision that tormented you will give way to a surprising clarity. You will know what the next step is, not because you became smarter, but because you became more connected to me, your guide. My will become clear, not as a complex map, but as a soft, constant instruction in your heart. The third thing you will harvest is supernatural provision. The world's path depends on your limited resources. My path is connected to the unlimited resources of heaven. By walking in obedience, you will see doors of provision opening in ways you could not have imagined. I am your provider, and I delight in surprising my children with my generosity. And eventually, you will harvest a renewed purpose. The world's path can lead to an empty success. My path leads you to eternal meaning. You will discover that by following me, your life begins to have an impact you never dreamed of. You will become the answer to someone's prayer. Your obedience will become a source of blessing for many. Your life will cease to be about survival and will become an adventure of meaning, peace, guidance, provision, and purpose. This is the harvest that awaits you on my path. Is your choice worth it? My blessed soul, your decision not to follow the path of human logic is not just for your own blessing and protection. It is an act of spiritual warfare. It is a testimony to the visible and invisible world. When you choose faith over fear, when you choose dependence over self-reliance, you are declaring your allegiance to my kingdom. And this declaration echoes throughout eternity. Your obedience today is inspiring others. There are people in your life who are also at their own crossroads. They are watching you. Your courage to choose the path less traveled, the path of faith, may be the inspiration they need to also make the right choice. Your life becomes a sermon without words, a living demonstration that trusting me is worthwhile. You become a leader, a pioneer, a trailblazer. Share this video with 2 dear people who need this message of hope and faith. Let's build a chain of love and mutual support together. Leave a comment with a prayer of faith and hope. A simple "Lord, may our obedience to you be a light for those at crossroads," unites your choice with that of a community of faith. Your obedience today is frustrating the enemy's plans. He counted on your predictability. He counted on you choosing the path of fear, comfort, and human logic. Your choice to trust me is an unexpected move on the chessboard. It is a checkmate to his strategy of keeping you trapped in a cycle of anxiety and exhaustion. He does not know how to fight against a heart that rests completely in me. And most importantly, your obedience today is pleasing my Father's heart. There is nothing that gives me more joy than seeing a daughter of mine choose me above all other voices, to trust my love above all other securities. Your faith, my child, is your most beautiful worship. My precious soul, the decision to change direction is yours. I will never force you, but the urgency of my call today is real. The window of opportunity is open, and to help you take the first step, I want to give you a simple, concrete task. It is not something for tomorrow. It is for now. Your task is the 24-hour pause. Faced with the decision that afflicts you, instead of rushing to an answer, commit to pausing. Give yourself the gift of 24 hours. 24 hours without making any decision. 24 hours in which your only task is to quiet yourself and seek me. The second step is surrender. During this pause, deliberately hand the situation over to me. Say out loud, "Father, I do not know what to do. I hand this decision over to you. I renounce my own understanding and ask for your wisdom. I trust that you will show me the way." And then, let go. Refuse to take the worry back during this period. Every time it comes, say, "No, that is with my Father now." The third step is listening. During these 24 hours, pay attention. My answer may not come as an audible voice, but it will come. It will come as a peace that settles over one of the options. It will come through a verse that jumps out at you. It will come through a wise word from a trusted friend. It will come as an inner conviction that becomes increasingly clear. Pause, surrender, and listen. This is your process for today. Do not worry about next week. Just concentrate on not taking the path of rush today. Give me this 24-hour vote of confidence, and I promise I will honor you. I will give you the clarity you need, and this small exercise in trust will become the model for all your future decisions, changing your life from an anxious race into a peaceful walk with me. My beloved soul, we have reached the end of my appeal and the beginning of your decision. The word has been delivered. The warning has been given in love. The two paths have been clearly outlined. Together we diagnosed your condition of hurry and noise. We pulled out the roots of fear and unforgiveness. You glimpsed the beauty of the path of peace and the eternal purpose of your obedience. And you received your first and most urgent task. Now, the silence that follows this message is not an emptiness. It is the sacred space of your decision. Will you continue on the wide, noisy road that leads to exhaustion? Or will you have the courage to take the narrow, silent trail that leads to life? For my part, I promise you, if you choose my path, I will meet you every step of the way. My grace will be your strength. My peace will be your company. My wisdom will be your guide. I will change your obedience into delight and your effort into rest. I will lead you to green pastures and quiet waters, and your soul will be restored. Your part, my child, is simply to take the first step. It is to have the courage to be different, the courage to resist the world's current, the courage to value silence in a culture of noise, the courage to choose depth instead of superficiality. Leave this meeting of ours with a holy determination in your spirit. The determination to no longer allow your life to be stolen by the tyranny of urgency. The determination to reclaim your most precious asset, your peace, your soul, your fellowship with me. The moment to choose is now. And this choice, I promise you, can and will change everything. If this message resonated with you and with your situation, write in the comments, "I choose the Lord's path and trust His guidance." Your words strengthen your faith and also light the way for others who need this light. Share your experiences in the comments. And before we close, I need to guide you to something I have prepared especially for you. I have seen your search for inner healing, for spiritual reconnection, for a new purpose, and for prosperity that comes from my hands. None of this is by chance. When your heart cries out, I open pathways.